Hey there, boys and ghouls. It's your friend Taryn Tess. I'm back with another video. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing these both in the same day, so yeah, I'm kind of wearing the same shirt as I did in the Scrooge video. I'm sure everybody really cares about that too. Anyway, no, just I got another 4K that I wanted to review today, and this is an amazing movie. I can't, if you haven't seen this movie, but maybe you've seen the TV show. It's like that's the thing, you already know what I'm talking. I'm talking about Fargo on 4K. And that's the thing. Like, I've seen the movie, I've never seen the TV show. But honestly, if you're somebody like maybe you've seen the TV show and you've never seen the movie, give yourself a treat. Say, hey, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to watch an excellent movie and watch the movie Fargo. But anyway, just real quick before I get into that, it's like also I just wanted to share this. Yeah, it kind of got pushed to it, but well, actually, not really got pushed to it. This is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I'm happy I'm finally getting around to it. I finally started casing, got some cases, starting to case some of my steel books and everything, keep them nice and preserved. That's the bad thing about steel books. Steel books can be very sensitive. You got to take care of them very well. So, and yeah, unfortunately, like, see, look at here. Look at how beautiful. Look at this beautiful steel book for the thing. But you notice, like right there, you can see it plain as day. It's like a tiny little dent there. It's like, yeah, I've been meaning to get around to getting these bad boys, you know, uh, getting these bad boys cased and everything else. Try to protect them as best as I can. But so yeah, yeah. I mean, ooh, I mean that's heartbreaking, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, been meaning to get around to that for a while, and it's like be nice to keep these all nice and protected and stuff. Not just the steel book too, man. Like also too, like I like this. Look at this, like um, just I love like the slip covers that I just cannot bring myself to get rid of or anything like that. It's like the slip covers I want to preserve and everything else. So yeah, so finally getting around to start casing some of these and just like, oh man. And they look so nice too, preserved everything really nicely. So just wanted to, throw that out there. But anyway, yeah, the real reason we're here today is thanks to Shout Factory. I know I said this before in the Scrooge video, if you've seen that already, but I'm going to repeat it here. Thank you. If you took the time out of this day, honestly, took the time out of this day to watch my video, thank you for doing it. And it's no joke, because, like I said, it's become now a contest over, when it comes to these 4K reviews and stuff, it's becoming a contest over who's going to get them out first. And, and that's the thing, it's like some of these other channels, like they got the one up in the sense that, they get stuff in for review and they get it in like a week, 2 weeks earlier and all that kind of stuff. And that's the thing, I don't have that advantage, so I get my stuff on release day, and sometimes, things get screwed up and I don't get them on release day, so I do it, as soon as I get as soon as I get the product, I check it out, and, I look into it and everything else and, all that kind of stuff, figure out what I'm going to say and I make the video, so, but yeah, I mean, I do the best that I can, but, and I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, like it gets hard to be the first one to get a video out and stuff like that, Um, but and that's the thing. I know you guys have a lot of choice. I know you have options. I know you could watch Films at Home, or you can watch Cinema Sickness, or you can watch Mid Level Media, or any of these other channels. You can watch any of these other guys and stuff. You don't have to tune into mine, obviously, but it means a lot to me when you do. And just thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you for doing this. Thank you for even giving a crap about anything I've got to say. I mean it. You know, so, but anyway, enough with the sentimental mushy stuff. Let's get to it. Okay, we got Fargo today. My God, this is one of the best movies, and I just had so much fun rewatching it. I haven't watched this movie in a little while, and just rewatching it and getting familiar with it again. God, this is such a good movie. And I never had the pleasure of seeing this movie in the theater, but I did watch it. This is one of those movies I've watched it throughout the years: VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, now 4K, and everything. And oh my God, this movie looks really good on 4K. I got it. I know a lot of people are poo-pooing on Shout and Scream Factory. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute, but my God, like they really did deliver the goods, at least as far as the 4K disc goes. Um, you know, you got your HDR, you got high dynamic range, which really works well with this movie. You got Master Audio 5.1, um, and just wow. And like certain things, like um, there are some. I was kind of surprised, like seeing some of the daytime scenes. Out. It was like wow, it's kind of dark, a little bit darker than I would have thought. But I mean, it looks good, and certain colors definitely do pop out. I mean, it's like the scene after when they were supposed to do the exchange, and Steve Buscemi shot in the face and all that stuff. Kind of like I know it's like wow, the Tan Sierra against the kind of white like snowy landscape. Yeah, the colors really pop there. But just yeah, the nighttime scene with when uh, they kill the cop, and then the passersby, and then Peter Stormare's character chases after them to hunt them down and everything. Wow, that scene looked really good in here too. One thing I will say, consistently throughout the movie, you do have a grain level, but it's definitely, honestly, it's not bad at all. And I mean, they did an amazing balance. I've seen some movies like they did. You could tell like they really, really tried to process out as much of the grain as possible, and it looked kind of digitized. And then you've seen some movies. I was like, ugh, the picture's almost so grainy. It's like after a while, you just get tired of looking at it. It just gets to a point it's unwatchable, and your eyes just can't focus on it anymore. And I will say, like, even though this movie has a consistent level of grain throughout, they really hit a beautiful balance of it, so that it's not really like jarring to the eyes, and you are able to kind of keep your focus on the screen. So which I think is really nice. They did a really nice job with the transfer on this. Um, the sound, um, yeah, I mean, obviously, of course, it probably sound better if you have a good sound system and stuff. But even just your regular TV speaker, I had mine at a consistent level pretty much throughout, and sounded fine. I was able to hear for the most part. So yeah, the sound didn't bother me too much. When I tested on just regular, my regular TV speakers. So yeah, so I mean, everything's kind of nice there. But I mean, I know it's very simple, but here you go. You got this has always been the original poster art, and honestly, I am so glad though too that they put Francis McDormand's name on this, on above the title, and the Coen brothers, and there's Francis McDormand there, and oh my God, damn man, I mean this woman, like she gives, that was another thing rewatching this movie is like my God, like she does such a great job in this movie, and honestly, if there was ever one of the best female lead characters I've ever seen in a movie. It was Frances McDormand in this movie. Her character, like Marge Gunderson is one of the absolute best female leads I've ever seen in a movie, bar none. It's like the way she played the character. It's like she's smart, she's resourceful. For a pregnant woman too, who's solving crimes and stuff like that. And even though like and that's the thing, like nowadays, like in movies and stuff like that, if you had like a female lead, if a male character said something wrong or did something wrong or something like that, it's almost to the point now the female lead would practically be nasty about it, almost borderline abusive about it. Like she would start like berating him and putting him down and insulting him and all this other kind of stuff. It's like the thing is like, Frances McDormand's character, like even when the male cops that she worked with, even when they're wrong, she doesn't bully them about it. She doesn't talk down to them about it or anything like that. She just calmly says, I just don't percent 100% agree with you on your police work there. It's like, this is it. And it's like, oh, okay. And everything. So, I mean, she corrects him, but she's not nasty about it. That's kind of a big thing. Like nowadays in movies and TV shows, it's like, it's almost like if you have a male and a female character in the scene, if the male character said something wrong, she'd be like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid." It's like, why did you kill yourself? You're so dumb. I mean, it's almost like that. I know that's kind of over exaggerating a little bit, but still. But honestly, like my God, Frances McDormand, she deserved the Oscar she got for this. She honestly did, and wow, and she did a great job in this movie. And this movie is so amazing. But it's very, very simple. And I know like a lot of people are kind of irritated with Scream and Shout Factory right now. New 4K scan and restoration of the original camera negative, supervised by director of photography Roger A. Deakins. Audio commentary with Roger A. Deakins. Minnesota Nice featurette. Interview with the Coen brothers and actor Frances McDormand. American cinematographer article. Original trailer. TV spot. Still photos and gallery. Still photo gallery. So I mean, you get a few things on here. Kind of would have been nice maybe if they could have, maybe reached out to like some of the other actors. Maybe if they could have gotten an interview with Bill Macy or Steve Buscemi, Peter Stormare, John Carroll Lynch, something else. Maybe some of the other people who worked on the film, maybe kind of like reach out to them. Like John Carroll Lynch, I think this was probably, if not his first acting role, it was definitely one of his first acting roles. So it would have been interesting to hear like his thoughts on it. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. People talking about like Scream Factory shop. And we got the no reversible artwork. As you can see. So, but you can already see the 4K disc. Bill Macy's character there, Mr. Lundegaard. And then we got the the two girls here. I didn't notice that until just now. You got the two girls on the Blu-ray disc. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the thing. You could tell, like, when this movie came out, I think it was 95, 96. When did this movie? Yeah, 96. Yeah, well, you could tell when this movie came out, when people watched this movie, you could tell because all of a sudden people start going around like, oh, yeah, yeah. Everybody latched onto that whole thing. But, and this movie just over the years has become so iconic and, just so many quotable lines and stuff like that, and just scenes that everybody remember. I mean, everybody definitely remembers the wood chipper scene in this movie. The heck do you mean? Oh, you darn tootin', stuff like that, and just man, this movie has definitely become so iconic over the years, and rightfully so. And just this is easily one of the best movies, and it's amazing how. One thing too, I was noticing when I was watching this movie, it's amazing how this movie just it just goes from one strength to another. Like 1 minute it's very funny, the next minute it's like a crime thriller, the next minute it's funny again, then the next minute it's like going into horror movie territory. I mean, it's like wow, it's just kind of like the whole tone of the movie kind of shifts consistently throughout, and it just works amazingly how they do it, and just everything in this movie works so well. The performances, everything, just. I know this is more of a review for the disc itself and everything, but just yeah. Um, sure, I mean, it's like $28.99 plus tax. So I mean, it was okay price and everything else. Just like I said, I think like I said, it just would have been nice if maybe we could have gotten some new features. Maybe like I said, some new interviews or something like that. That would have been nice. Just kind of hear some of the other, I mean, it's great to see the interviews with the Coen brothers and Frances McDormand and stuff, but like it would have been great if we could have, just seen maybe like some of the, like some of the other actors and, some of the other people who worked on the movie and hear some of their thoughts. And maybe there might have been some fun stories, about working on the film, some fun like behind the scenes stories or something like that that would have been interesting, and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, overall, it's not a bad release. I mean, the 4K disc is definitely worth it. The transfer looks amazing. Like I said, it's a consistent level of grain throughout, but it's very pleasing, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You'll be able to watch it, not too much of a problem. And like I said, the sound wasn't really that bad consistently throughout the whole thing. I was able to hear just fine on a regular TV speaker. Obviously, if you got a surround sound or a sound bar, it's going to sound better, but just with what I had to, just watching on a regular sound, it's fine, but anyway, just kind of touch on that, and then just for another thing too, just I know a lot of people. I admit I'm kind of down a little bit too, but hearing about like Scream Factory just put up their January lineup, and there's no 4Ks. It's like okay, we got Thinner coming to Blu-ray. It's like well, that's nice. Would have preferred a 4K more, but Funeral Home, I'll probably go ahead and pick that up. I need to rewatch that. I remember I only watched it once. I know that movie's definitely got a fan following. I only watched it once, And I wasn't really that impressed with it because I was just kind of like, at the end of the movie, it was like, this is just another Psycho ripoff. Because the ending is basically kind of like a very Psycho like ending and all that kind of stuff. So I just remember not being really blown away by it. But yeah, and yeah, I do kind of agree with some of the people saying, yeah, I mean, Scream Factory, it seems to me, is kind of like, okay, well, it's hard to explain. It's like, okay, yeah, I am kind of upset that, we're not really getting any 4Ks for January, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, I wonder if we're going to have, like, at the beginning of 2024, because I noticed in the beginning of 2023, the first couple of months was kind of like very, not much going in terms of like 4K releases or anything like that. It's like, there's maybe one or two things here or there, but it's kind of just nothing really going on the first couple of months. And then, then as the year progressed, it's like, boom, everything started coming. I just wonder if we're going to have something similar for 2024. Because I remember like 2023 is like, yeah, the first couple of months, like, wow, just what's going on with 4K? Is it really starting to die out, I guess? Because I'm not really seeing anything. But then, it's like, kind of like feels like just like a calm before the storm. And I kind of wonder if that's what we're going to get too. I mean, there are a couple of things I've already pre-ordered for January. The thing is, you're kind of just like upgrades. Uh, I have I'm going to get the big box Arrows 4K for Carrie. I want to get that. They got the limited edition steelbook of both Terrifier movies. Finally, Terrifier is getting a 4K release, so I want to get that. But yeah, just not really a whole lot of news. I mean, the big news was from Arrow, Carrie and Conan and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just kind of wonder if I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I wonder if it's going to be the same thing. Maybe the first couple of months just going to be kind of not much going on, but then maybe by like around March or April of next year, like boom, everything's going to go full swing. I don't know, but I do agree with people. It's like, I understand people are kind of getting a little agitated with Scream Factory because it seems like they're just not really putting as much into their releases as they used to, and I get that, but I don't know. Maybe they could turn things around. We'll see, but honestly, like at least for the rest of this month and next month, I'm happy with what Scream Factory is and Shout Factory is doing. We got Fargo, a great movie with a nice 4K. Really happy to have that. And then like, oh my God, look at all the stuff coming up. We got Silver Bullet coming up on 4K. We got Dead Zone coming up on 4K. We got Tales from the Dark Side coming up on 4K. And even just some of their, JFK. We got the Ring trilogy, stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, it's like there's still stuff to look forward to, definitely. And even some of their Blu-rays. I mean, hell, I am psyched that we got Shaun the Sheep, the complete series, coming out on Blu-ray, thanks to Shout Factory. And that if you watch my channel for a long time, you guys know I love my Shaun the Sheep stuff. And to get the entire series on Blu-ray, you damn right I'm gonna jump on that. So, but anyway, so yeah, this is starting to run long. That wasn't really the point. But Fargo, honestly, it's like it could be a little bit better. Like I said, a little more in terms of bonus features. But you know what? Just yeah, it's still worth it. And honestly, I'm glad to finally have this on 4K. So, and I recommend it. I still recommend picking it up. If nothing else, get it. Just because it's a great movie, great transfer. Nice sound quality. I would say get it for that. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, seriously, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I know people are. It's getting into a contest now. Who's going to get these out first? And all that kind of stuff. And the fact you're taking the time, almost 20 minutes to watch this thing, because I won't shut up. But you're taking almost 20 minutes out of your day to watch this. Thank you for doing it. Honestly, thank you so much. Really, thank you. And that's it. So take care, everybody. I'll see you next time. And